Well, earlier on, we talked about the organized labor calling for a review of the minimum wage, especially from President Bola Tinubu. To talk about that this morning, I'm being joined by public policy analyst John Akerele. John joins me from Japan, specifically in Saitama. Welcome, John. Let's look at the tax issue clearly. How would the exemption of SMEs from withholding tax compliance impact their operations and contribute to their growth and development? Looking at the fact that the new tax review is indeed one that many Nigerians are excited about, and some are not excited about it. I'm sure you must have heard about the review as well. Can you share with us how you think this would impact heavily on development?
All right, let me say happy new year to you and our viewers all over the globe, and good morning to all viewers. For me, I think such exemption is a right step in the right direction. Why? Because it will encourage more SMEs to come into that informal economy, and that would bring in more money, more funds, more employment, and then the GDP also will bounce back a little bit. And what we can see is that our inflation rate will go down a little bit, and then more people will be encouraged to start doing little businesses that can bring, little empowerment and also reduce the rate of employment. So for me, I think it's the right step in the right direction. Bear in mind, there's nothing the government will do that will not have a kickback or a criticism at one point or the other. But holistically, if you look at the whole framework of this tax system, we'll see that it's for the benefit of everyone, all are sundry. Let's take our politics, let's take our being biased about it. Looking at the facts and figures about this tax reform, I think this is the right direction that we all should go if we are really working towards a better Nigeria.
Let's look at the potential implications of these tax reforms, especially for government revenue. What do you think it would do for government revenue?
I think what this tax reform will do for government is that it will make them to think more and look at how they can increase their internal generated revenue. I think the former tax system we have been used to, has encouraged incompetency, it has encouraged, this lackadaisical attitude of our governors just sitting down and waiting for one manna to come from Abuja. But this recent tax reform for me would make everybody to go back to their respective states and open up each and every state. Take a state for Taraba, for instance, that is rich in rubber. But that has been left on tap. Why? Because there's a system that increases the allocation at the federal level. But this tax reform now will make every state to go back and look at what they have in their own state. Let me say to you, frankly, that the 36th state of Nigeria have more than enough things that can generate money for them. And that would increase, the money that comes in. That will also increase our rate of employment. And you see that all of our youth that are just doing one or two things would be gainfully employed. Why? Because these are stratas that will create multi-dimensional employment platform. You talk of tourism is a big blow. Look at other countries of the world that people go for this December. How come we cannot have such a state like that? In the whole of 36 states, people only come to Lagos for Christmas. So what is happening to a state like Taraba? What's happening to a state like Sokoto? That they have huge things that they are left on tap. So I think this reform will make all the governors to sit tight, will make them to think inwardly and look how they can generate money for themselves with their own state, and that will also make sure that we have more money in the system. And then, most importantly, there will be creation of jobs. I believe strongly in that.
All right. Thank you so much for your analysis, and we look forward to see what this would indeed provide Nigerians, especially in the line of businesses, SMEs, and those involved in manufacturing and agriculture, as rightly put. Thanks for your time, and thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me, and God bless Nigeria.